Hello. In this video, which is the fourth in the series of Create Table and Pages, we're going to look at how we can enhance our form further by adding a lookup. So we've got a working version here. So we were creating a to-do list, and we've got a priority foreign key. We've got a priority field which points to another table. We added two tables, to-do list and the priority list table. So we want to change this from just being a straightforward input to being a lookup so that it works like this. When we click on the button, it pops up the other table also as a list and allows us to either create entries. Actually, we can manage them. We can do full CRUD management on this table here. But importantly, we can also select what's currently selected below. So we select high, save, and it returns it back to the record. So how do we do that? So open your file manager again. So click File Manager. Navigate to the custom directory and show thumbs. And what we're going to do is open the we'll change the to-do list page first. To-do list, that's the one. I confuse the names because I've created several examples of this. Okay, so this is the one. Click Edit. So in here, in the page load, probably want to, get latest script is already activated. Include jQuery equals false because this also includes jQuery. That's fine. We need to change the SQL, which is at the bottom of the page, to reference our other table. So currently it's select star from to-do list. Let's call that T1, alias T1. And we'll say, no, I'll do a left join. Left join. And the other table is called to-do list priority. Table 2 on T1 to-do list priority ID equals T2 to-do list priority ID. And in the select, let's change that slightly. Select T1 star, comma, and we'll select T2. We had a name field in that table, so that's all we need. Because all we've got currently in the to-do table is a foreign key. We've got the to-do list priority ID. So we want to see on screen, we want to see what that equates to. So we'll choose the name and we'll call that alias now as priority. Okay, so that. So the next thing we want to do is move up to the grid, and in the list portion of the grid here, we want to show the priority. Here's the priority ID. So we're not really interested in that. We're going to make that visible equals false. We're not interested in actually seeing that. I'll copy that. Make a new one of that. I'll need to set to be unique, the ID. Change this to be priority. And the header say priority. And we want this to be, just remove the underscores. So that's going to be our textual. That would be the text. This is the actual ID. And this needs to be visible. True. So we've got now a new column which will show us the priority, and we've hidden the row, the ID. So now come down to the edit. And what's the name of our field there? The new field name is that. Just take a copy of that. Come down to the edit template. Looking for priority. Complete date. Here, isn't it? Each path. Description. Priority. I'll just drop this in a minute. So we've got that. So currently, this is the ID. That wants to be hidden. So we're going to put in a hidden field. Put type equals hidden. And that equals equals red of that. Okay, we're going to swap these around because this is the one we want to hide. So let's just extract that, put that in there. We no longer want it to be expanding context, so remove that instead. Put the ID. Put the field identifier in there. That's that. We also need a button click to show the other list. I've got one here on the clip, so I'll paste that in. It's an anchor tag, class menu button 2, JavaScript none, float none, and then on click show dialog picker, and the path to the other list, which was called, let's go back to the file manager, that's to-do list priority, to-do list underscore priority dash list. God, it's a mouthful. To-do list underscore priority list. That's correct, wasn't it? To-do list underscore priority dash list. X priority. And the first field is the first field is where it will get returned to. If we search for this, we've got a hidden field down here. So the lookup returns the ID and the name into this field, and then the values get split and get put into this field is the name part, so we need to copy that here, and then this is the ID, so grab that. The name gets put in there, and the ID for that row that we choose is this field. That's the hidden field, and that's that. And the next part, we need to scroll down to the bottom and just before the end of the form. Okay, so that is already in there, so that's good. We've got an iframe, which is for supporting the idea of showing the other pages as a list. That comes as standard. That's in there. Okay, so that is everything we need to do on there, I think. Save that. And let's go to the priority list. Make the changes in here. So in here, we want to search for button pop-up OK. And by default, its visibility is false, so set that to be true. And then we want to change the click handler, this, to return. We need to unrem these these three rows. So if we selected a value, return, so we want the ID and the name part. The ID of that field was to-do list priority ID, and the name part, the text part, was name. That. And let's save that. Minimize that. See where we are. So do a hard refresh on here. Our button shows the list. Medium. Worked. Priorities there. So that hasn't worked. Okay. So what have we done? What have we missed? Okay, I think it's because that's just the wrong one. Priority. I think it's because the field names are case sensitive. Here. Let me just check. Yeah, capital N. That might do it. Save that. Minimize that. Let's try again. Choose high. Good. Save that. It's showing both up here and in the record. Choose a different one. Low. Save. Fine. Good. Right. Okay. Thank you for watching.